Hey lovies, it's your girl Nisha, and I wanted to come to you guys today and talk about my industrial piercing. Yes, your girl went and got an industrial piercing. I am so happy, like I'm so excited. I think it's super cute. Like I just love it. I really do. Excuse my voice. It is early in the morning and I'm trying to get my coffee in. Okay, and I'm trying to be my best self. But I've been wanting this piercing for well over a year. When I saw them, I was like, oh, that is so cute, but that looked like it hurt like hell. Like, I don't know if I can do it. But I looked up some videos and I got discouraged. I was like, oh no, because the first videos that popped up when I put in industrial piercings was you know, the infected ones, the withdrawal ones, the nasty crusty, and I was just like, yeah, we ain't gonna have the crusty ears. That ain't about to be my life. Nope, it's not. But I knew I wanted this piercing like a year ago, and I talked myself out of getting one because of the crusties and the blood and the pus and the infection and all that stuff that come with it. But then I remembered, like, that comes with every piercing that you can get. Like, any piercing, not every piercing, any piercing that you can get infected. It can, you know, ooze pus and blood and all that stuff. So I started watching videos again probably like 2 weeks ago. And I think I've watched every nasty, grossed out video that you can watch on YouTube about industrial piercings and all the pros and the cons and the aftercare, the cleaning, the water. I watched all of that. And I was no longer grossed out. I was like, I'm going to get it. Everybody was like, oh, it hurts so bad. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. And then you had people saying they didn't feel nothing, like they didn't feel a damn thing. So I just decided to go and do it. I wanted to get the footage of me getting it pierced, but I went by myself, so nobody would hold my camera, so I just went and got it done. And I kind of wish I did, because the whole experience was like super cool. Like, the shop that I went to, everybody was super friendly, super freaking funny. And it was like one time that I was like, you know what, I probably done made a mistake. Because he was playing though, but he had like a gauge, a needle that looked like it could have been like a smooth 10 gauge or 12 gauge. And if you don't know anything about piercings, the higher the number, the smaller the needle. But the lower the number, the larger the needle. And child, he had that needle, and he was like, okay, this is the needle. Are you ready? And I was like, like, he saw my face, and then he started laughing. He's like, I'm just kidding. This is a needle right here. I was like, see, right then and right there, I was, you know, rethinking this thing. I was ready to, you know, get up and go. Like, I was ready to call it quits, because baby, I was like, I ain't even look, like, I don't even have that much ear. Where you gonna put that? Like, I don't have that much ear. So after all of that, like, it was a really cool experience. It was really quick. Well, it was yeah, it took about 5 to 7 minutes to get my piercing. Now, everything was very clean. Everything came out of packaging. I saw him open everything and all of that stuff, so I was happy about that. And once we started, he did the bottom hole first, and I'm not gonna say it hurt. It was like 2 pinches. Like, you ever been pinched and then pinched again? That's kind of what it feels like when it went through the bottom hole, because you have to go through the skin once and break through the skin at the top. And that's exactly what it felt like. It felt like 2 quick pinches. Like, that bottom one was no problem, but after it came through, it was throbbing. Like, I felt the throb immediately after that needle came through the top. Now, the top one, he had to come through because it's actually 2 piercings. So the needle has to go through the bottom, and then take another needle and go through the top. Now, when it came to getting through the top part, he said I had tough skin. So it was kind of like it didn't want, like, he was pushing the needle through. I did not feel it. I didn't feel it. He was pushing it through, and it's like it didn't want to come through the top. And I was like, it's not through yet? I was like, well, like, what is happening? He was like, you have some tough skin here. This is some tough skin. And I was like, oh Lord, I said, I hope it get through because I really want it. And then like the moment I said that, I felt like a pressure that it went through and came through the top. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like it went through. And then so, I don't know, I kind of felt like this warm sensation. So I immediately assumed, I was like, is it bleeding? He was like, I've never had anybody bleed this much. Granted, he was playing. Like my ear did not bleed at all. Like it was cool. And they was like, oh my gosh, she took it like a champ. She didn't jump, she didn't flinch, she didn't do any of that. Because it really didn't hurt. Like, I guess it depends on your piercer. I guess how gentle they are with your ear. I don't know. And he probably was like extremely gentle because, for one, I really do have small ears. Let's get that out the way. I do have small ears, and I, for one, really didn't think I was going to be able to get it because my ear was so small. But then when I started looking up videos and looking up the sizes of the barbells, I was like, oh yes, one and done. She's getting it. She can get it, okay? And she got it. And I like it so much. Like, I like it so much. So, after that, he gave me a mirror. I looked at it, and he was like, oh, it's so cute. And I looked at it. I was like, oh, you are right. I love it. It is too freaking cute. So I'm over the moon about that. Now, when I was done, he explained aftercare and all of that. And I was pretty much up to speed about what I needed to do because I had my nose pierced. So, and I've had my nose pierced for almost 6 years. So I remember what I had to go through with my nose. And ironically, my nose piercing hurt worse than my industrial piercing. I never thought I would say that. I just knew I was going to be able to say that this hurt so bad. But nah, this here made me shed a whole tear on one side. Like that tear, and it was a strong tear. It wasn't no light tear either. Like it made me shed a tear. But I'm glad I got it. Like I really am. I'm glad that I chose the shop I chose because I went to calling around and looking up shops online and looking on shops on Facebook and Instagram, you know, getting a feel for who they are. And the one shop that I actually wanted to go to, like I really wanted to go to, I was up, I was ready, on my way out the door, and something was like, call them and check and see how things are, call them. And I called them and they was like, yes, they do piercings, but they're not going to be doing piercings until like the 1st of November because of a health violation. I was like, oh, okay, thank you very much. And I hung up immediately because, yeah, you don't want to go nowhere like that. Like, why are you still doing tattoos if you're piercing, you had a piercing problem, you know what I'm saying, the health violation with your piercer? It's like, I don't get that. Like, why are you still open? But anyway, I digress. I'm glad I chose who I chose. I'm glad I went where I went, and I am ecstatic with the outcome, like ecstatic. Now, when I left the shop, that's when my ear started to hurt. And it was like throbbing, like, ooh, it was throbbing for about 10 minutes, like just ongoing, like bang, 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 just like in this ear. And at that moment, I just knew my ear had been swole up to like 7 times its size, because that's what it felt like it was doing. Like it just felt like it was getting huge. And I looked at my ear and I was like, oh, it's not swelling. Like, I guess that is just like the pressure from, you know, being jugged with 2 needles. But I really, really liked it. It only cost me $60 to get this piercing, and I'm excited. Now, my first night, I went to sleep. I was cool. I did my cleaning. I did my sea salt soak. Everything was good. So I laid down to go to sleep. And child, I hit that ear. I'm one of those people who sleep with the cover over my head, like slightly, like not all the way, because I really need to feel the breeze and like be warm at the same time, if that makes any sense. But that's just how I sleep. And I remember like the cover hitting my ear, and I was like, oh. So once you hit it, you like feel it throb immediately, and then it stops. And then I was turning over to like see if I can maneuver my head, just like to lay my face this way and not necessarily on my ear. And child, I hit it again, and I was like, oh. So I just knew I was gonna wake up to like some bleeding this morning. I knew it was gonna be swollen this morning, but it is nothing. Like, everything is cool. Like, I'm glad I got it. Everything is going good. I will update you guys on how things go, how it looks, how it heals. One thing I was a little bit worried about was the barbell. Like, if my ear was to swell, would I have enough like room, you know, between these parts to like swell up? You know what I mean? Like, cause I just kind of feel like my barbell is a little bit small. Like, this is the ideal size that I want, but after it's healed, you know what I mean? After there's no swelling, no nothing, but it didn't bleed, it didn't swell, it didn't do anything. And the only thing I took for it was after the initial throb was ibuprofen. And I took the gel caps instead of, I mean the liquid gels instead of like the pill form. I don't know why. It just worked so much faster for me with the liquid gel. So I took those. I took 2 after like 10 minutes of the throbbing, and then like 10 minutes after that, like it like slowly eased off. And I'm glad I did what I did, because I probably would have still been, it probably still would have been throbbing. And because I hit it last night twice, I have like a little bit of throbbing this morning, but not like bad. So I looked in the mirror and nothing was swollen, no bleeding, nothing like that. It's just, I guess, the initial soreness of your ear being stuck with needles or whatever. And things are going good. So I will update you guys in a couple of months, or, you know, however long I feel like it needs to be updated, about how it's going, if anything happens, if it get infected, if I have to get removed or whatever. I will keep you guys updated. And if you have industrial piercings or any other piercings, drop it in the drop bar below. Let me know how your experience was. Did it hurt? Like, was it painful? Would you get anything else? The one thing, I want one more piercing. In this ear, I want my helix done, but I'm gonna wait till this heals because I sleep on my right side. Excuse me. I sleep on my right side, and so that was the problem with me getting this on my right side. I knew it couldn't be done. It just could not be done. So I do want one more piercing in my ear, and that's the helix on this side, but I'm gonna wait till this heals so I can be able to sleep on this side and not sleep on this side. But yeah, until next time, guys, I will talk to you later, and yeah, bye.